Live.
Well, hello, everybody. So welcome. We're at TWL. Can you believe it? It's Tuesday already. I swear these days, these weeks just go by like crazy. And of course, you know Nikki sitting over here.
I'm back.
And here we have for Fanny Bruiser. Can you believe it? I'm so excited. So we are going to get to you in 1 second.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, so the rain yesterday, you guys got it up there too.
We did a little bit.
You're
not nearly
just north of Flint, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably about 2 hour drive from here. So you actually hauled down here 2 hours just to be on my show. I'm greatly appreciative. Well, thank you. But here we got a deluge amount of rain
for hours. It just kept. That was like the biggest thunderstorm we've had this year.
It was nuts.
It was just on and on and on.
It was nuts. So St. Clair Shores, which is the town we're in, got 4 inches of rain in 3 hours. Okay, so I have some numbers to tell you guys. If you guys are a number person, it's going to blow your mind. Actually, Roberto, I told you about the numbers. Are you a number person?
No, you blew my mind with that. Way over my head.
So
once it gets to the millions and billions,
I know, right? So there is a thing called that for there is 2,154 gallons of water in 1 inch. When 1 inch of rain comes, it's 27,154 gallons of water per acre. Per acre. Okay. So St. Clair Shores, I did a little math. St. Clair Shores has 7,712 acres. Okay. So we had an inch of rain is 27,154 gallons. So times 7,000.
Oh my.
Okay,
God.
which is 209,411,648 gallons times 4, because we had 4 inches.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So make that relatable.
Yeah.
Right.
837 million gallons of water dropped onto St. Clair Shores.
Oh my gosh.
So just if you want to know how much it weighs, 1,119 tons.
Oh my God.
Isn't that crazy?
How many elephants is that?
Well, let's talk about Olympics pools, okay? Your standard Olympic pool has 660,000 gallons in it, right? So if you do the math and you add all that up, you're looking at approximately 1,269 Olympic-sized pools dumped on us in 3 hours.
Emptied onto our fair city.
That is unbelievable.
And that's why the water had nowhere to go.
No.
That is why everything was flooding.
Oh my gosh.
In 3 hours. Now, our ground and our ground and our sewage and water drain off could probably handle that if it wasn't like
over a course
spread
of
out.
days, maybe.
But 3 hours.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
I feel like we live in Florida now. We're hitting that like
Isn't that
every
craziness?
summer now. It just rains every afternoon.
So I had to say that because I'm a numbers person, and so I heard quickly on the news this morning they said the acre per acre, and I was like, what? I'm like, okay, well, I wonder how big St. Clair Shores is.
Wow.
At 7,700 acres. I mean, that was nuts.
That is something.
I mean, it really
definitely wasn't expecting that.
It puts it into perspective, right? So we had somebody just walk over and dump over 1,000 Olympic-sized pools on us in 3 hours. It's nuts.
Wow.
So when you guys,
this store didn't flood.
No.
I was gonna ask.
He was driving and videoing like, I'm going to check on the store. I'm like, oh no, man, we have so much stuff.
our landlords had called us and said that they're right next door to us, and so they said that, oh, we're leaking, and I said, oh crap.
I know. I was
So
just
we're
like
stuck
the
in
dollar
Sterling
signs
Heights
of the items in here. I was like, oh no.
Yes, I mean,
Right?
just.
Well, we got here and everything was okay, thankfully.
Thank goodness.
Thankfully,
Wow.
we've had leaking issues in the past, but we went and saw Superman yesterday.
Oh, did you like it?
I did like it.
Yeah.
I had a few little reserves, but for the most part, I really liked it. Have you seen it?
I have.
What'd you think?
I liked it.
Did you?
I liked it. It wasn't like sad and brooding. I liked it was more of a storyline there.
Well, it started off right as you went.
Yep.
And I did like the dog.
I know. I did like the dog.
I did like the dog. I wanted to slap
And then
Supergirl.
The Supergirl. I know. When she comes in at the end and she's all hung over, like, come on, where's my dog?
My favorite is when he looks. We're not giving much away, but it's
I'm
made
like,
almost.
I
know. But it's so funny because I loved it when close your ears. When Superman said, and you see why the dog is so unruly.
Yeah, yes.
I about died for that.
Yes.
But anyways, you will love it.
We will go see it.
Yeah.
Dan is a DC person. I'm Marvel. So like none of this even makes sense to me. Like,
and
he'll explain. He'll be like, this is this and that.
But I'm going to tell you, it's my first time in a movie theater in probably 2 years.
Oh, wow.
But Steve hasn't stepped foot in a movie theater, and he used to work in movie theaters. He hadn't in over 15 years.
Wow.
Really?
This was his first,
I mean,
movie we
we've
went
died
to.
down. Now there's 1 or 2 movies a year that have
Yeah.
to be like, okay, I need to see that on the big
Yes,
screen.
We
yeah.
saw it in 3D
I should
too.
probably go see like Jurassic Park. Like I like certain movies that are impactful on a large screen. Otherwise, now I don't want to leave the house.
I think the last one that I
Just
saw
Netflix
like in
everything.
IMAX 3D was Ready Player One.
Oh,
Love
that's
that
a
movie.
that's a really
so good.
good
I
one to
love
see
that.
at the
Ready
theater.
Player One.
A lot of people dismiss too what you can't get in your house is the sound.
Yes.
Things are just coming at
Yes.
you. From, and now they have it in the
Yes.
back. the
Yes.
front,
Yep.
That opening
it's not-
scene with the what's it
Luke? Who?
no, in Ready Player One.
Oh
With
gosh.
the gorilla.
King
King Kong, yes,
yeah,
thank you.
King Kong.
Yeah.
Thank you. That when he's coming over
Yep.
everything, you got the 3D glasses on. and
If you
you're
haven't
just
seen
like,
Ready Player One, watch it.
oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So Fanny, I'm so happy you're joining us.
Yeah,
So
thank
you are founder of Vehicle Vixens.
am.
So tell us what that is. So because we have a lot of people who are in California in different
Oh,
states
okay.
as well as here. Tell us what Vehicle Vixens
so
is.
Vehicle Vixens is something that I wanted to start. I started doing pinup 13 years ago, 14 years ago. And I was noticing that, girls with tattoos or colored hair or, gauges and things like that, or more with like a, this kind of a style, they weren't getting chosen. And so I wanted to bring that home and because that's where most of the girls are these days is we have at least a couple tattoos or we got a little
Black
color in our
polish.
hair. I know I don't have the
Yeah.
color in my hair right now, but
Yeah.
sometimes I got purple or I've got red extensions or things like that.
You're talking to somebody who had a mohawk until they were 44 years old.
But I mean, even you've got,
I've got the facial
that
piercings.
not a lot of people
Yeah,
have.
so I wanted to bring something back and build something where those girls could feel appreciated and elevated.
I think that's a great idea. I think that's great because it astounds me today that people still look down at tattoos and colored hair. To me, it almost would astound me if you didn't.
Even
You know
in
what I
my
mean?
lifetime, like my grandpa was a sailor.
Mhm.
He was born in the 20s. He had tattoos. So when I was 19, I wanted to get my first one. My mom was like, "Oh God, no! You'll never be able to wear a wedding dress or bathing suit ever again."
Right.
And now, of course, I
I
don't even
know.
have enough.
Right.
But and then I was born in the 80s, and then I worked for a really large corporate company when I started at 17, and I would say up until the early 2000s, management had to have any tattoos covered.
Yep.
Like I got my tiny little hand tattoos. They were like, "Well, that's not very appropriate."
Yep.
So I mean, the fact that this day and age, and then here I'm going to like the Tattoo and Metal Festival in Ohio, and I'm like, this is everybody. Everybody looks like this now.
The other thing was that they were gearing things more towards vintage, like vintage clothing and like stuff like that. And a lot of these girls are not vintage size.
No.
Nobody's vintage
no one
size
is
anymore. They were teeny tiny.
Now
Nobody
my
is.
friends in Wisconsin and Iowa that like they have so many wonderful vintage vendors that and seamstresses that can take those pieces and make them into something new.
fit.
And
that's great that they're keeping the clothes in
So,
circulation.
When she's referring to that, we're talking about outfits from the 50s and 60s and even sometimes 70s, but you got to realize from the 50s and 60s, and I always tell this to people who come in, a size 12 in 1950 is a 0.
Oh yeah,
it's a 2 today.
Absolutely.
So, they come in, they're like, oh, it's a size 12, it's mine. I have to remind some of these girls that this is a 1950s size 12.
Marilyn was a 14. Marilyn wasn't a 14.
Yeah.
Right.
So, I always say a 1950s housewife had the body of a 12-year-old boy. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And
absolutely. We're curvy and we're inked and we're colorful.
So one of the reasons that is in 1962 they introduced growth hormones into food to battle brittle bone disease.
Yeah.
And what it did was cause our bones to get larger. Now you can thank Sarah Lee for the fat getting larger.
Butts getting larger.
That's what it is. Oh man.
Those little Debbie
And
I thought it was pizza.
the TV dinners.
I too.
Man, I love TV dinners.
I do too, and I'll still eat them
man.
today. So that's, and we run into that here. So, it's great when you have a seamstress because then you can take a vintage dress and turn it into something.
Yes, I mean they are wizards. I don't even know how they do things, but they'll add maybe like a kind of like a cross corseting. They'll add corseting in the back, or if there is enough fabric for it to be let out. And they'll do it for the ladies'
Sure.
specifications.
Well, and undergarments have come a long way
Yes,
for
absolutely.
cinching us into
And
things.
Absolutely.
One of the things with the vintage clothes, and I'm glad you brought that up, is pay attention, because a lot of times back in the 50s and 60s, they brought the clothes in. Because they were actually made larger. So if you unzip and you look on the inside, you'll see extra fabric or where it was connected or along the skirt line. So that's a good way to add and by using the same factory.
Yeah, absolutely.
And using the same, I said factory. I meant to say using the same material.
Yeah.
You know. So why what's the name? Tell me about the name.
Vixens. So I'm Flint born and raised.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of my city. Even
So
though
your city is nicknamed
I don't know.
Vehicle City, right?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes. I was thinking of the other one.
Yeah, no. We'll stay good.
The car show theme. So it wasn't Motor City, but because it was Detroit adjacent and still very
Buick City,
car oriented.
Buick City, really, and because of Buick and then GM.
Okay.
So yeah, my grandpa was at Buick for 35 years.
Nice.
So that was a sad day to see that go down. And we had Auto World and
Auto World, which
man.
we have some of the Auto World stuff here.
You do?
Yeah, we've had
my
some of the
gosh.
Auto World stuff. I wish they'd bring that back to Flint.
I know. That was such a
I think
wonderful thing.
people would
for
love
Flint.
it.
You know, and Flint has been up and coming for a few years now.
Mhm.
It's not just about the water.
There's more to Flint than not having water.
There's more to Flint than meets the eye. Like downtown Flint, that is a spot to go to. There's been some really upscale apartments now. University of Michigan. There's all kinds of events happening down there. And they just redid the bricks, so the bricks are really
on the ground, on the roads,
on Saginaw Street downtown.
Nice.
So that's all really beautiful down there now. So yeah,
awesome. But it is Vehicle City.
Vehicle City, yes.
Yeah.
Vehicle City Vixens.
So that's the play on the name for Vehicle City Vixens. So, and you've had it for how long?
2019.
And what just happened?
I got my LLC.
Congratulations! How exciting!
Thank you.
So, what is your main, like, if you had to put into a little paragraph what Vehicle City Vixens is meant to be, other than just a pinup contest or providing pinups? What is the background?
Yeah,
I mean,
just an organization, of just all of us gals just being able to get together. Not like a social club. Anybody's got to pay any dues. There's not, like a treasurer. There's not all of this. It's just a nice name that all of us can feel good about using, and we can come together and we can do the contests.
Right.
We can do some fundraising. We can just be there for each other, lift each other up. And I've built some really wonderful, long-lasting friendships. And so some of the other gals too. So, and like I said, when we were talking off camera, that a lot of us come from backgrounds where we're not sure how to make friends,
right.
or we're just figuring out who we are. And maybe after a bad breakup or a marriage, or, you've just been mom, you haven't been yourself.
Yeah.
So, we've all been on this journey together to find ourselves and self-love and learning how to let people into our lives. And
I love that. Yeah. So it's kind of like, come be a part of Vehicle City Vixens and rediscover who you are.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
A lot of times, because I used to, before COVID, I did teach classes.
Oh, did you? I didn't know that.
Because I want to pass on all this knowledge I got.
Oh, you taught classes in like elocution and different things like that.
So, and that was something that I brought up to the girls, and because it's something that I did myself, is come up with an alter ego. I wasn't always Fanny Bruiser, but now I am Fanny Bruiser.
So how do you prepare for a show?
So,
like you were telling me.
my man helps me out a lot with that one.
What does he say to you that makes you motivated?
He says, who are you? And I say, I'm Fanny Bruiser. And he's like, no, who are you? And I say, Fanny motherfucking Bruiser.
See, I love that.
What time is it? It's not past.
No, it's good enough.
Not past dark today.
Sorry.
No, that needed to be said. I love that. Do you see that power? That's what I love about it.
That's what it brings out.
Strong, independent woman right here.
That's her. That's what brings it. That's what brings it out. He reminds me of that reminds me of who I am. And you are right. I have done all this. I do all this. I do these good things for people, and for the ladies. And
absolutely,
you're right. You're right.
And see, you guys.
You should. I think it's important to pat yourself on the back, because a lot of people forget that part of it. they're so focused on everybody else around
Yeah.
them that they forget to pat themselves
Yeah.
on the back when success happens.
Yes.
And I'm the first one to say, pat yourself on the back.
I've tried to stay, humble over the
Right.
years, and because I have done.
But
a
you can be
lot,
proud of yourself too,
Yes,
and still be humble.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
it's hard to remember
Yes.
that because it
I'm
feels
still
like
figuring that out.
yeah.
All these years later, I'm still figuring that out. But you are correct.
it's
Well, hello, Larry.
it's very inspirational to me because
I say hi to
and
people who are on.
I think your group in particular, like you said, you're kind of taking in some of the more alternative
Mhm.
girls
Mhm.
and girls with a different
Mhm.
background, a different aesthetic. But I guess to me, I'm hitting that age now where I'm like, why haven't I never done this before? Why haven't I ever?
Absolutely.
And meeting all of you ladies in the past
Mhm.
month or so, like I've kind of jokingly said, like I always wanted to do it, but I thought it was only younger women. I thought it was
No.
only tiny women.
I
And now
No.
well, like she said, the vintage size.
There's
I mean, you
every
look at
size woman.
yeah, you go to
Every size.
Grauman's
Mhm.
theater and the little
Oh, you
teeny
can't.
teeny shoe
That's
prints
No.
before
in
bone.
the
That's
cement.
that's when they were suffering from
Like
brittle
we
bone
said,
disease.
yes, or they were living off of the coffee and cigarettes while they
Mhm.
vacuumed the
I
house.
had
But it makes me want to do it now.
Absolutely, you
and
should.
I'm not too old, and I'm
No.
She
so
still
like,
says that, but she
No.
still has not
I
done
had
it.
a
listen,
woman.
I'm a sissy and I can't sew either, so
I can make a pillow.
I can put together a costume, but I can't make one.
I can sew a little seam if I need to or something like that.
I'll start
but,
shopping our racks.
There
you
you
totally
go.
should though, because I had for one of the shows, Miss Lakeview a few years ago. I had a woman that was 64, and
See?
she come out there and rocked it, and she took home second place.
So it's never too late.
So
So,
I'm going
it
to
is
tell
not
you.
home.
So
Ego.
the
No.
next, so in a couple of months, because I know it's a far drive for you, maybe we'll even do it up there. We're going to hold her to this, and we're
Yeah,
going to
oh,
actually do
yes.
it live on air
Oh,
and
yeah.
have
Stay
her
tuned,
makeup
everybody.
done. Have her
Oh,
makeup done. Have
You
her
should
hair
do
done.
Shiny Rust. She should, because that's Waterford.
Oh yeah, that's not
You
that
should
far.
just
I
say-
can
you
do
can
the
shine
makeup.
lights.
I need somebody to victory roll my hair because I can't do my hair.
And that
There's always somebody who
or I'll get a
can.
really good wig.
that yes, the house of Bezos is what we've been calling it now. one of the
It's
gals.
Target.
Yes, I just said that to my boyfriend the other day, and he's like, "What'd you say?" I was like, "Please tell me you haven't heard that before." He said, "Did you say Target?"
Target.
I said, "No." So now it's House of Bezos.
Okay.
That's funny.
Andy O'Dandy said that to us when
I
we were at
love it.
Blah, and so now it's our jam.
So I'm excited. So you've got to be excited. You have a lot of stuff coming up.
A lot of stuff. I've got something every month until
Every month.
December.
So what she's talking about, you guys, is have you thrown up any of the I know you probably did Vehicle City Vixens. How about the girls?
Yes, did.
You did? Okay,
Right.
so
He's
you
on the ball.
saw the group of girls. These are what we're talking about. These are the girls.
Yeah.
She has these girls perform in pinup contests. And what other things do you do besides pinup contests? Because I get a lot of people going, all they do is pinup contests or this or 50-50s. And there's so much more to
Yeah.
what the
Yeah.
pinup culture is.
Right, and that's the direction that I want to take Vehicle City Vixens in. Is
Mhm.
that we did a show last year that we just did a pinup spotlight where we were raising money. We were at a vets club,
Mhm.
and we were raising money for items for backpacks for the unhoused in Flint.
I love that.
Yes. And that really made all of us feel really good that there was no
Mhm.
competition involved and that we were all just hanging
Mhm.
out and we all came together for a good cause. So I would love to work more with those little showcases where there's no pressure. There's no, oh, she did better than me or why
Mhm.
didn't I do so well? Or, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. I just to cut all that out of it. Not all, for all the shows.
No, yeah, but
But
in between, you guys can be a special interest group that's doing,
yes,
some giving back and not always just like fighting for the crown.
Absolutely.
I think it's
Yes.
important that people understand that there's more to a pinup. And I say this every time. I have a lot of pinups on my show because I have a passion for it,
Mhm.
which is interesting. You find your passions throughout life and the
Mhm.
things you do. And one of the things is the vintage clothing and stuff.
Mhm.
But when I first met Lana, who is a
Yeah.
customer of ours, and I was enamored with the aspect of the dressing up, the
Mhm.
becoming a different persona,
Mhm.
the almost like your actresses today who
Yeah,
have a different
yeah,
name and stuff
yeah.
like that.
It's something that we look forward to, and we get done like this. We feel good about ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We walk a little taller. We smile a little more because what you've got here, it all helps what you've got here.
And I think it's good for self-love as well as for making people understand there's more to a beautiful person, a beautiful woman, than just her beauty.
Yeah, they're not just models. I mean, they're not just putting it on and taking some pictures and then taking it right off again. It's ingrained now, I think, in a lot of you ladies.
Yes, I don't know how to dress up normal anymore, like a dressy. I don't know how. I automatically go to pinup because I don't know how to do a dressy like a wedding or something. I'm automatically pinup.
But that's fine. I think that's
dressy to
that's
me.
you.
Yeah,
that's you.
It's dressy to me.
It would probably, if you went to somebody's wedding dressed in like a white dress that just everybody, not a white, but a dress like everybody else wears, they'd probably be like, "Is there something wrong?"
Yeah.
If you could choose a pinup contest that you've been in, because you have how many?
Oh, I have over 50
titles.
Over
50 titles. Okay. Which out of all of, and they're not all first place, I know that. But if you could pick any title, what was your favorite one?
Actually, you were there. It was my my second place at Autorama this year.
Oh, really? Oh, we did the show there. That's right.
That was my full circle moment because I started out doing a 10-night competition for one of my local tattoo parlors, and that's what got me started, just doing little ones. But then Autorama was my first big one, and I went out there. One. No, I know, back in like 12 or 13. And I put on this dress and I had these shoes and I just thought I was something, and I got knocked down quite a few pegs. But just seeing how that was, and then going from there and then building upon, where I'm at with my pinup. And then so coming back to it this year, this was my full circle, and that was my 50th title.
Oh, that was your 50th. Oh, very nice. Now, are you competing at all in any of your shows this year?
No, I don't compete in my own. No.
Yeah, or in any other shows coming up this year?
Hot Wheels, Miss Hot Wheels.
Oh, yes, that's right. You are at Miss Hot Wheels. I'll be there this year. This year as well.
That's a great show. I love that show.
I do too. I love the area in Marysville that it's at. Have you ever been there?
No, not yet.
I mean,
I'm going to start tagging along with you.
Yes, you should. Yes,
and then of course the twist and tarantulas were there. Yes, they're probably going to be there again. So, what does pinup mean to you?
Well, like
as an individual.
So, kind of touching on like what you said, it's learning yourself. It's really about learning yourself. It's self-love and acceptance and challenge, how to challenge yourself, and how to overcome obstacles.
Thank you. I was going to say, you learn things about yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, you learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about how to be around other women all the time, and how they can be, and how you react with certain situations, and it's something which I have experienced recently. My self-growth has come quite far.
So you learn what's important in life and what isn't. I think a little bit of that comes with age as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, that's true. Yes.
Because the older I get, the more I just don't give a shit about it.
That's absolutely 100%. But I know when to play my cards, and I know when to hold them.
Yep. And you know when to fold them.
That's right.
Yep. So, and that's a big step. That's a big step in my mind, is knowing when to stop. Knowing when to not
back down a little, or let it go, or just brush it off.
Yep, brush it off.
Yep. So, you have Back to the Bricks coming.
Yes, Miss Back to the Bricks. The very first one in Flint, Michigan.
Yay!
Exciting. This is something that, so I have been participating in pinup for 13, 14 years.
He's got one of those. He'll be popping that up.
And then I've been hosting shows for 10 years now. So when I first started hosting shows, my very first one was at the machine shop.
Okay.
And the world famous machine shop.
World famous machine shop.
Yeah. I've held quite a few there actually, but that was one of my dreams. I'm like, why do we have such a big car show and we do not have a pinup show? And
it's like 5 days long.
Every time he's like, if there's vintage cars, there should be a girl sitting on every hood.
Well, not necessarily a contest.
Right, but a presence.
A presence.
Yeah. Even just to have, you see the people, they love their vintage cars, and they've got like their outfits match their car, and they've got a stuffed animal that matches their car.
Yes. All the little details.
Love like a cute vintage dress girl to be like,
Yes.
the car model, like at the
Yes.
auto show almost.
Yes, we had an Evil Knievel's bus or van, Evil Knievel van,
That's fun.
and Victory Star, Miss Victory Star.
Love her. If you want to see who that is, real quick,
Yes.
go back to the parade of me dancing with her.
Yes. She matched
And then turn it off
perfectly. And she had this
Still
whole
shots.
photo shoot inside the Evil Knievel van. But
Okay.
it's all those
That's
it's all those unique things that
Yeah.
people have. But yeah, okay, yeah. So
Well, the cars have their own personalities too at this point.
absolutely. Absolutely. But so this is something that I had wanted to do, and I didn't know the right people to talk to. I was not nearly as what's the word I'm looking for? Not advanced, but experienced.
I was gonna say experience.
Not nearly as experienced. And I had to pay my dues with Chrome and Ice. Now, Chrome and Ice will be my 5th year this year,
Oh, good.
and that's run by Back to the Bricks.
Mhm.
So, I had to get in there. I had to get on stage. I had to bring the girls in, and so they could really see what we do, because still, even the word pinup to some people means something completely different.
Yes,
Yeah.
it means yes.
So it's been a long, time of changing minds and.
Their brains all go to
And
like Vargas and Gil Elfgren and
Yes, Gil, yes.
teeny
Yeah.
bikinis
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Yes.
you know,
a little barbecue.
there's the cheekiness is there, but
See,
it
that's
doesn't
one of the
all
reasons
have
I
to
like
be the clothes.
to highlight the pinups too, so that concept
Yes,
disappears.
It has evolved
helps.
as well.
It has.
Yeah.
It has. You still run into it, but luckily people are open minded and they, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and there's shows dedicated to that type. I know that,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you know what? Not every show is.
Right.
Not all
right.
pinup is burlesque.
Two completely different
Yeah.
things.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
And some people
Sometimes
kind of
they
have an
cross.
overarching idea of things. Well, sure.
But-
And some girls do both.
Sometimes this is pinup. Sometimes this is pinup.
Right.
Like
Depends on how
the
you do it.
tiki, like a tiki print. You know.
So
what
it's
I mean?
pretty much how you put it together.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then like Rosie the Riveter, she's
Yeah.
pinup, even
Mhm.
though
Yep.
she's wearing a
Yeah.
jumpsuit,
overalls. Yeah.
overalls,
Mhm.
and you know what I mean. She's ready to
Yep.
go to work.
Yep.
So that's exciting. So back to the bricks, we're going to talk about a few other ones as well.
Mhm.
But this is a big one for you. And
is.
Back to the Bricks is like stretches over almost 2 months or a month and a half or something like
Yes,
that.
because they do have the tune-ups. Actually,
Mhm.
there's several events that happen before the week prior to
Right.
Back to the Bricks, and they call those tune-ups the week prior, and
Appropriate.
they go. So we go to like I think one of them is like the hot dog stand,
Yeah.
and like they just had the bow ties and oh my
They
gosh.
had the bikes. Didn't they just have the
Well, we had the ladies' night out.
yeah.
We had ladies' night out, and that was awesome. Kim Rose Fashion. See you, girl. But that was that was a Back to the Bricks event for ladies, for the lady car owners.
Awesome.
And we did have a few cars out there, and we sipped on some waters, and we had some sandwiches, and
Awesome.
all the car owners got to talk, and
Mhm.
Amber was there too, and she got to hand out some swags and Back to the Bricks
Awesome.
swag. But yes, the week before is those tune-ups, and where car owners come out, and some of them do the whole circuit. Some of them will do every single night.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but they're proud of their rides.
I was gonna say
they're proud of their
yeah.
rides. So and a lot of them it's tradition
Mhm.
Yeah.
because it's been going on so long. So
And
yeah.
you're showing the Back to the Bricks, the Miss
Miss Back to the
Miss
Bricks.
Back to the Bricks
Mhm.
is on the 16th of August.
Yes, and we're on the big stage right by the
Yeah.
flat lot.
And I'm going to be a judge.
Yes.
I get to come up. I was asked to come up as well. Maybe next year we'll do the show up there.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about it.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
I couldn't be happier just to see it all come together. I really am happy.
And I'm
about
excited to see it with you
Yeah.
during the
Yes,
whole
I'm
unload of it.
excited.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great.
Yes.
And then I'm going to get to see you at Hot Wheels as well.
Yes.
I wish I could go to all of them, but
I know.
Believe
Me
me.
too.
you know what I mean.
I know.
Actually, you're probably like, I've been to all of them, and now I'm resting.
Well, and that's something that I help the girls out with. Like, they're like, well, I'm thinking about going to the show. Okay, that's a good show for you.
Mhm.
But you need these kind of shoes. It's all gravel. There's no shade. You make sure you eat. Like those kind of things.
Pro
Or
tips.
yeah, or like, okay, there's a
I
hotel
wouldn't
right down
think
the
of half of
road for
that.
this one. You know what I mean? Because I have experienced so many of the shows in Michigan. There's a lot that I haven't, but I've been to Ohio. I've been to
Well, there's
Illinois.
shows everywhere.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you'd have to go almost every weekend and be
yes.
to 2 or 3
Yes.
different ones
Especially
every
in
weekend.
August.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a bunch of people jumping on. James Hope Jr.
Oh.
If maybe you know
that's
some
one
of
my
them.
buddies. Hi, James.
And then Candace McAllister, hello. Lisa Anderson, that's Steve's sister. She's watching. I like to throw out their names. So Daniel Jones, that's her other half. Shelly Galore.
Oh, Shelly.
Hi. And Lana Lenore, hello. So all these people are watching. I love it.
Good.
So if somebody came to you and well, first let's talk about this. You've got Bikes on Bricks. Is that?
Yes, Bikes on the Bricks is a month later. Well, almost a month later.
Flint's just hopping.
Flint is hopping in August and September.
So is this every year?
Yes, every year.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes. So this one, instead of with Bikes on the Bricks, that instead of cars, it's all bikes. And all Saginaw Street is shut down, and it's nothing but bikes. And bike clubs come from all over Michigan. The police bikes do their little thing over here in the flat
that's
lot.
awesome.
That's really cool.
The Damned Wheels Club, they do mini bike races. And gosh, they even have pedal bike groups, like with neons and stuff
Oh,
on
that's
them.
awesome.
So at night, it's super
regular
fun.
bicycles.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
So
that's
all
fun.
summer long. It's just
No,
events.
Oh well,
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
in
these
Flint,
two,
like all these things
these
are
two,
going on.
August and September. So
Okay.
Yeah.
so
End of
not
summer,
yeah,
yeah.
end of summer, yeah.
So what are you doing something there as well?
Yes, I'm doing Miss Bikes on the Bricks. This will be my second year back, but I was doing it pre-COVID.
Okay.
So I've been hosting this one for a while too. This one is a fun one. The girls can be a little more edgy, they can wear some stuff like this or something bike related. I had one gal, Lindy. Yeah,
Lamore.
she had bikes on her skirt.
She's been on the show.
Yeah.
Do any of the girls ride? Like have their own bikes?
Oh my gosh, I think there is. I know. No. Dolly Salvadora. Her and her
Love
husband
that.
ride.
Dolly Salvador.
Yeah, she's our little Spanish queen. She rides with her
Joe
husband.
Sweet says so cool stuff.
Oh, Joe! Hi, Joe. He's Lakeview. He's what we do. He's one we do Lakeview for.
Awesome.
We've done Barbie. We just did Barbie.
I know. I wanted to go to the Barbie so bad.
Oh my gosh, we did. We've done Western. We've done Tiki.
It's not part of Inferno, is it?
No.
Okay.
No, that one is just one that Joe. It tells their board these girls are just gonna come and do what they do. And we've never disappointed.
I love that. Well, everybody's all chatting away. So, and then I'm excited because I am coming to this one, and that is the Dead Pedal.
Dead Pedal, yeah. So that one
looks exciting.
That was a lot of fun, and you can camp at Dead Pedal. Justin Carlton, he does rent out campers. He has a camper company. He's the one that runs the show. And hi, Justin.
Are the campers like vintage campers? Are they?
No.
Like, oh, okay.
No. But they do have a couple of them. But they use them for like the
stuff.
I don't know what they're called. It's red and chrome. Oh,
yeah,
it's beautiful.
Probably,
but that one's up towards the front gate where they sit with the tickets in there. But it's all Halloween themed.
That's what I love about it.
Yes, and
Our favorite.
they have a ton of stuff for the kids. Like they had this giant bowling thing. We had a bounce house. We had all kinds of big yard games. And then with that one, we are raising money for children and their families with congenital heart defects.
Which I'm going to tell you hits close to home because my brother Adrian was born with a congenital heart defect, and he had to have open heart surgery right after he was born.
Yeah, we've got a couple of our girls that have had children like that too. So that's something that that's one that we love to go and give back to. And then they paint artists from all over Michigan paint these skate decks, and then after we're done with the pinup, we help them with the auction, and we have people dive deep in their pockets to give up the money.
That is awesome. And where's that one at?
That one is in Chesaning, Michigan, at Saginaw County Fairgrounds.
Yeah, Saginaw County Fairgrounds, which I think is where the big antique festival is, isn't it? No, that's Midland.
No, Midland.
That's Midland. So how exciting. So you have these ones coming up. Am I missing any? Miss Shiny Rust? Oh, no, this is next year.
Yeah, Shiny Rust. Yeah, we've got Shiny Rust. That one is Mr. Randy Wolfman Adam, and that's his first show, and it's down in Waterford. And so,
that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh,
so that one is going to be rockabilly. So something like
that's actually good because rockabilly is a good.
It's very
it's
a very broad. I mean, you can
maybe we have to film you up.
Yes, girl, yeah.
Well, I know that her boyfriend would be so happy to see her on
I
stage.
think
He would. He would.
Yeah, that's his first show there. So he
And that
he
is
invited to
when?
come down, and that one is November 9th. That show is on a Sunday.
Oh, even better for
yes.
me.
Well, the car show is Saturday, Sunday,
Yeah.
but the pinup is on Sunday.
Yeah, I come
So
for the
we do
pinup.
have a whole group of girls that can't ever participate because they work on Saturdays.
See, I can't tell the truth that I'm not a big car person. I'm hiding my face.
For shame. Vintage store.
I mean, I know a lot about cars, and I've
so
only
pretty.
learned that over time.
Mhm.
Steve's a big car person,
Yeah.
plus Dave. I learn a lot from him. But I'm going to be realistic here, and realistically,
enough.
I go because I love the pinup community.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And I love to see the grandeur of it all.
Yeah. Yes.
And just, I
Yes.
love to see when people are so happy up on stage.
Yes.
I
yes.
just
and
love
they're feeling
that.
confident, and like my
Mhm.
show this last weekend, I told the girls I went in. I do a contestant group for every show that I do, and I was just gushing over them. I'm like, you guys just made me so proud.
Aw.
I'm like, I could tell that their confidence was just soaring, and everybody did great on stage. I messed up one time. One girl, she had a Coke bottle that tipped over on
Mhm.
stage. I said, clean up on aisle 2, and then the guys come over and they clean it all up and everything. And so it's game on.
That's
So,
funny.
But they rolled right with it with me, and just to see
Right.
I've been doing, I've seen where these girls have started and where
Mhm.
where they're at now, and it just makes me so proud that I've been on their journey with them as they have been with me.
I think that's great. So these are and that's one of the reasons I think that I like it, because I like
Mhm.
to watch the journey and the evolution of people as they come into their own and feel more confident.
Yes,
Because this is a
Change their
confident
style up a little
building.
bit as they go.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
to a lot of people cannot just in their everyday clothes, like they wake up in the morning and they're like, just step on stage. They
Right.
just can't do it.
No.
I have no problem with it. And so, but it's so funny because I used to be so nervous, but the older I get, I just don't care. Like I
Yep.
said,
Yep.
and we get some crazy people saying stuff
Yeah.
online. Actually today we were sitting there talking about, because somebody had commented, what was it? Hey sis bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what does that mean? But it had hearts and flowers with it
We're
and
like,
everything.
we think they mean
And
a
I'm like,
compliment,
and it
but
was
like, are we just
SIS,
old?
not
Was
CIS.
I was gonna say, is it CIS?
No,
or
it was
Yeah,
SIS?
that's what I
SIS.
said. He's
So-
like,
then
let me
he's
show
saying hi to
you.
both of you then.
Right.
That's what I
Yeah.
was thinking.
Yeah.
But because
That's what I think.
we've had some derogatory as
Yeah.
well, and I
Yeah.
love to read those.
You specialize more Hasbro.
Exactly. So these are coming this year. Now, are you in need of any girls to be in the shows? Are you guys
Yes,
filled? How does somebody approach you?
Yes, so we do we have a few girls. We've got a good start with our Miss Back to the Bricks. Now that one we are looking for a more classic, more vintage style. Does not have to be vintage clothing. It can be
Vintage inspired.
Vintage inspired, yes. The
Correct.
Authentic looking, but yeah.
Well, because you've got girls from all different sizes, so finding vintage clothes from all different sizes is next to impossible.
There's no way I would come into that show wearing leopard print.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I would
Right.
have like a nice plaid or
something that's a little bit
flowers.
more innocent.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah, and we're talking like the vintage hats that we all have that we never have chances to wear.
Right.
And
I would have some, but Lindy came and bought them all. She did.
I have a ton. We were actually talking about that.
She literally will see one and she's here in 2 minutes.
Yes,
I'll have that hat,
I
please.
have to have it. I know, and then it says
keep the cute vintage stuff in here. I mean,
No.
we've got like some crinolines and
Mhm.
stuff,
Uh-huh.
but yeah, like, it flies.
Yeah, but they can go to there. You can find it on Facebook. Miss Back to the Bricks 2025. Miss Back to the Bricks pageant 2025. You can find it as an event like that, or you can go to the Vehicle City Vixens page, and I do have it posted on the page. I do have a pinned post that has all of the shows for the rest of the year on there also, so you can screenshot that or whatever.
I'll have it listed at the end of the show as well.
But for Miss Back to the Bricks, the registration, the submissions close August 3rd.
August 3rd.
So you've only got a few more days. Yeah,
Coming
only
up.
got a few more days, and it's a simple jot form. And then you submit a couple
And that
photos.
is Flint.
That is Flint, Michigan.
Yep.
And then you submit a couple photos to the email. If you do not have pinup photos, submit 2 photos that you feel absolutely gorgeous in. and that will that's what we will use for the judges. Is that's how they will be picking their contestants, and that's what we will be using on social media. And they're going to be on this big, huge
for Back to the Bricks.
Yes. While they are on stage.
That's awesome. I love that.
It's going to be like this huge picture of them on stage. Like, how freaking cool is that?
That is really cool.
Yeah.
So if you
I'm
are
super
coming,
stoked.
take pictures.
I am super stoked to see that one.
What about Bikes on the Bricks?
Yes, Bikes on the Bricks is open as well. Also on the Vehicle City Vixens page, or you can find these on my Fanny Bruiser page also.
Right.
I posted on all my pages, and so everybody can see them.
You can see a lot of them on the TWL site because I share every time you post it. I share one, so you will be able to go on there and see. And you can click right over to Vehicle Vixens page from there as well. If you so can they actually sign up on the Vehicle Vixens page?
No,
they contact you.
Yep, they contact. All the information is in the posts. Whenever I create an event, I put all the information on how to submit, and what you need to submit is in the about section of the event. Okay. And it's also in a pinned post.
Okay.
Very organized.
Very cool.
So the event page will have all that.
It's there. Yes. Yes. That like Back to the Bricks. That has its own information. But Bikes on the Bricks
has its own
information. And then
the
Dead Pedal. Dead Pedal. Let me tell you about Dead Pedal. We are doing.
Spill the beans, honey.
We are doing Tim Burton theme.
Oh man.
Okay.
Now I've done villains before, and the girls just went all out. And actually, Lana Lenore, she was Chernabog.
Oh, I love that.
Oh my gosh! Tell her to show you some pictures.
I will.
And like she would come up on the microphone.
She's watching. Show us some pictures.
She'd come up on the microphone, and she's got these teeth in, and I'm like, so da 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 da, and she's like,
That is hilarious.
They were in character. Like I had Jafar. I had I've done a serial killer show before. Like I've had Chucky, I had Jaws one.
Jason.
And seriously, so this Tim Burton one, you can pick any Tim Burton character you want. You can gender bend, you can, what I mean?
Love that.
But still have that little twist of pinup in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? With your posing and your bio, but and it does say in the instructions that your bio has to be character themed. Because everything is about the character. And then when you come that day, like if you tell me that you are Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, I want to see Sally.
Right. You don't want to be saying,
and
don't wear a shirt that says Sally.
Right. I want to see her mannerisms. I want to see how she speaks. I want to. Anytime I have asked for this, the girls have never disappointed. So
see, that's awesome.
They understand the assignment.
Well, what's good about that too is you completely engulf yourself in that character, and so when we're watching you on stage, that's what we're seeing.
And there is no question who you are.
Right. So do any of them have, in your pinup contests, I know, do you ask questions? Is it talent driven?
Do you need a tissue?
Yes, bless you.
Okay,
do you do talent show? Do you have?
I have not done a talent
just
portion.
Out of curiosity.
No, and not in my shows. In other shows I've been in, I have.
Just
I've done a pose off and stuff like that. But I just do some questions. Lately, it's just been so hot that I have not given them any questions. I've just been kind of like, so how are you today? Tell me about yourself. Tell me about your outfit. Oh, I see you have this cute little cat roach. Can you tell me about that? So tell us about that. Or like Miss Lady Victoria Jean.
So,
I love her, by the way. I do.
So she was at the show this last weekend, and the way I messed up was that I copied and pasted bios, and somehow I did not get hers. So I started reading it, but I called her on stage versus the Lady Victoria Jean.
You announced her that way. I love it. I love it.
Oh yes. And then so then I didn't have her bio, and I was like, oh my gosh. So then I'm like, she is a hairdresser. She's now a lady. She owns property in Scotland. And so I just ran and said she ran with her, and I mean it was great. It all worked out.
Sometimes that's the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, but I'll ask silly little things like, tell us something about yourself that people wouldn't know by looking at you. And one of the girls, I tripped her up on it, unfortunately, but I was like, I eat hot dogs plain.
You said that to her?
Yeah,
I love that.
I was trying to help because she's like, man.
How do you come back from that?
And what that shocked her even more?
So she's like, oh, I got one.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. I love it.
I eat hot dogs. I'm terrified of June bugs. I'm like, Oh, you know. So you know what I mean?
But you help them, coach them
Yeah,
along.
I do.
Mhm.
If they get stumped, you know, I do help them along, or I try to give them something that they can showcase themselves,
Right.
you know, or like like that little brooch, you know, she could showcase that was her grandmother's. So this is my grandmother's. This is special to me. So and that allows the judges to see a little bit deeper into them.
Right.
A little bit of the personality comes through.
And I know that you've had some big shows that have already passed this year. So you have some coming up. You are involved in the well, we talked about Miss Chrome and Ice, but Miss Inferno, Tiki Inferno.
Oh my gosh, that was such
Actually,
a blast.
I know
I saw
the speed
pictures
call
and I was
Yes.
just like, this
group
looks so
that
fun.
Tina.
Tina, yeah.
Yeah, I know Tina, and I wanted to come so bad. I want to ride the roller coaster.
Oh, I didn't even get to see that.
No, it's in their backyard.
I know. I didn't even get to go back out there. I know. No, that was great. And the girls again knocked it out of the park.
I saw the pictures. They were
Yeah,
gorgeous.
Yes.
It looks like such a fun time.
Because creativity is always something that I'm like, man, you guys get creative. You know, let's see what you got. Don't come into the hair flower. Give me a headdress. You know.
And they did not disappoint.
They
You get,
they
like,
never
Miss
do.
Tropicana
No,
with
not
the-
at
Oh my
all.
gosh.
So-
Burning bears.
When does that usually run? That's spring, right?
No, that
No.
was just in
It wasn't
It
that
was
was
like-
June.
Yeah.
June? Was it
That
June?
Yeah,
Kinda summer.
that was
Okay.
beginning of June. Now, but Tina's running it now, so
Right.
we don't know if there'll be a date change or anything like
It
that.
could be
but-
because I know she travels a lot
Yep.
with Speed Cult.
Yeah. So that
Um,
one that'll be announced at the beginning of the year when I
Yeah. Well, most of these will
Yep.
be. These ones will
The
be.
more we do
Mhm.
this, I think the more we can also help like share the
Yeah,
calendar of events.
absolutely.
Where is Miss?
And-
What is Miss Lakeview in June?
So Miss Lakeview, that's Joe.
town
Joe,
Lakeview?
yes, the town Lakeview. That's
I
right
know
here.
it. Yeah.
They have a great little car show.
Do they?
I think they had almost 200 cars this year. Joe,
Wow.
correct me if I'm wrong, but
That's a good amount. That's
That
fun.
is
Yeah.
awesome.
and they get some great cars out there. And then they've had a carnival before. They've done bounce houses.
Mm.
They've done this year. They did more of like a local crafters.
Oh, nice.
So they were showcasing
Do
that.
any of your shows have vendors? I know Tiki does. Tiki Inferno has
yes.
vendors once in a while.
Well, I mean, Chrome and Ice does.
Do they have
You know,
vendors?
Yeah, they have vendors. Well, I guess
Mhm.
most of the shows
Most
do.
of the
Yeah,
shows
most
do.
Of the shows do. Because I'm attached, you know, with the
Yeah.
I'm attached.
Miss Summerfest in July.
Miss Summerfest. That is at the Barron's Motorcycle Club. Love you guys. We just had that one.
Did you?
Yep. And they raise money for it. So Gaines is a little village about like this. And whenever they have someone in the community that is in need with help with a medical bill.
I was going to say electric bills, medical
electric bill, yep,
bills, stuff
yep,
like that.
Yep.
So they
They
do
help
that
out.
show for. See, I love that in smaller
Mhm.
towns because
Keep-
when I
keep
was
it in the
first,
hometown.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have two big shows a year. They have Summerfest and they have Barron Fest is in the spring. But
Mhm.
those are their two big fundraisers.
I'm going to tell you the best. Steve and I, we were driving up to Mackinac,
Mhm.
and this was, I want to say, maybe 15 years ago, and we stopped at Posen.
Mhm.
Have you ever been there?
Mhm.
In a little town named Posen off from US 23,
Mm,
probably north of Alpine, an hour
Okay.
north of Alpine.
okay.
They had the Posen Potato Festival going
I would
on.
stop.
And so the Posen Potato Festival.
I would love that.
Oh my God, we had a blast. They had a
Yeah.
car show. They had a citywide garage sale.
Oh yeah.
They had a carnival. They
Yep.
had all of this. I mean,
Yep.
it was so much stuff to
Yes.
do. And
Yeah.
that town was probably maybe a one light
Yeah,
stop town.
Lakeview does it too. They have all their garage sales because every time we're driving in, we're like, we can't stop.
It was so
Every time.
memorable that
Mhm.
to this day, him and I still talk
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I feel like Bad Axe had something like that too. Like my godparents live up in the Thumbs, so on the way up to like Caseville, Port
Mhm.
Austin area, Bad Axe is like a little 40 minutes
Right.
from
Mhm.
there. But they had some kind of like, it was either like the barbecue fest or the sausage
Mhm.
fest or the something. But
Mhm.
then, you know, like they had like a used book sale going on
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
And the kids were playing like field sports, and it was just all the great
Yeah.
small town.
Joe Sweet says
funness.
148.
148. Yeah, right. See,
I don't know what that is.
that's how many cars.
Oh, how many cars? Very good.
148.
148.
And they've built every year on that.
And they build every
Mhm.
year.
Mhm.
Well, that's good. That means people come from outside
Yes.
of town to do
Yes.
it.
Yes.
So I know Grand Rapids has a big one. They have the 28th
Metro.
Street
Oh, yeah,
Metro.
Metro Cruise. Yep.
Do you do anything with any of those? The west side of the state or
I don't.
north?
I think the only one that I've been over to that way, but actually that was down by Holland, was the Auto Body Experts.
The auto body
Yeah,
experts.
I've never done Metro Cruise.
Mhm.
It is on the list that I would like to do.
Unfortunately, it's the same weekend as Hot
Yeah,
Wheels this
I know.
year.
You know.
So,
I
and do
know.
you find that happens a lot that they
Tons of overlap.
Yes.
Yeah.
Towards August, September, it is really hard to choose because there's so many going on at the same weekends.
Which is your favorite? And I know that you don't want to pick favorite because they're
man.
all your children, but if you had to pick one that you look forward to more than all the rest, which one would it be?
Well, it really was Relics. Relics was kind of when we were at the Gilmore Car Museum. Relics Riot. That was one where we kind of are winding down our season,
right?
And that was a nice. And the pinup is just a little smidge of that show. And so the Friday night there's bands, and we camp out. So we have communal meals, and so that one is a nice little relaxed weekend for all of us. And so I'd say that one. And Hot Wheels, man, Hot Wheels. And then,
I have a lot of fun at Hot Wheels.
I love Hot Wheels because the cars.
I met Chips.
Yeah. God, Miss Tina Marie. He loved Miss Tina Marie.
Oh, did he?
Yes. Yeah.
Who, Punch?
Yeah.
You know, I got to tell you. Go ahead. No, you tell me.
He was at Bikes on the Bricks a few years ago.
Oh, was he?
And he was one of the judges, but it was when the judges were on stage. And, and then he'd come down and he was awful handsy with the girls.
It was so funny because when I was standing there talking to him, and all I could think of is, God, I watched you all through the 70s.
I know.
And then, you know, he was standing there talking, and he was your basic Punch and stuff. And I kind of glanced down at my hands, and I noticed on the side of his pants there was a label, and it said Punch. And I looked at him and I said, "Do you have your own pants?" He goes, "Yeah, I make my own line of pants." I'm like, "Of course you do." I about died.
Oh my gosh.
But it was really neat. It was both of them. It wasn't just him.
Yeah.
Who's there this time, dude?
Henry Winkler.
Henry Winkler show. Yeah. And you want to know something? I'm going to sit there and I'm going to talk to him and I'm going to say, "Tell me everything about Scream."
I was going to say, you're going to take a ghost face mask to get signed.
So one of the girls is going to do that. One of the girls is taking, I think it's Tina Marie. I'm sorry if it's not Tina. But because how often would somebody bring that up? You know,
he was only in the first one.
Yeah, but so what?
But I'm gonna go sign, please.
Yes, I actually met someone. I might have been at Motoblot. I met someone that has his motorcycle from the show.
From Happy Days,
from the first season
of Happy Days. Wow.
And I said, no, it's because somebody here. And I'm like, you need to bring it out to Hot Wheels and get it signed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could you imagine? And he's probably going to be like, holy shit. You know,
oh, he'll get on it and want pictures taken.
Right?
He'll have his publicist up there.
Nostalgia for him.
I know.
You want to go?
I know.
I know.
We get to hang with him.
We need to get him here.
No,
seriously,
I know, right?
Man, I'm really looking forward to that. But the cars that are there, I mean, there are a lot of Hot Wheel-esque cars.
Oh, there are, absolutely.
And it's so neat. And the kids that are running around, I've always got something in my pockets for the kids.
Oh, that's cool.
I've got little stickers or little smooshy things or pieces of candy or something. I always
candy
got
from strangers.
Yes.
So
I always make sure with the parents.
One of the questions I always ask the pinup community when I have a lovely lady on my show, if somebody came up to you and said, or what would your advice be to a girl that wants to be a pinup?
Come to a show, see what it's all about first, and then talk to us afterwards. And you guys can go up and honestly, don't be afraid to approach the girls because every single one of them are as sweet as can be. And we are more than happy to help people come in that are new.
Yeah, because it helps to not just guide them, but it helps to keep the pinup community going.
Yeah.
And it helps when you have a contact anywhere. Like if you're going somewhere for the first time and somebody's like, "I got you, just let me know everything you need."
Yep. I've got a couple of them.
Shoot an email and be like, "So."
Yep, I've got a couple of them that are in Miss Back to the Bricks. And I'm like, "Girl, oh my God, all you gotta do is message me. I love that. I'll get you on the right direction."
You've all been so approachable as far as.
So now let's dish the tea a little bit. Okay. What is it? You've run many pageants, right? I'm going to say pageants because they pretty much are. What is the most craziest thing you've come across? You don't have to say who, just the craziest thing that you've dealt with. Like maybe you, and even if not one that you're running, one you were in.
Wild story.
Like a wild story, like one that.
So one day. Okay.
Some good gossip.
So should I say that I eat hot dogs planes. No, I'm kidding.
Are that you're terrified of June bugs?
I'm terrified
So
of June
one
bugs.
time when
I'll
this
do
is
this. I'll
actually
say I hate peanut butter.
oh really?
See,
Barbecue.
and barbecue
And
sauce.
barbecue sauce,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like dry rub only.
Oh well.
There we go again.
I love it.
Love that one.
Hey, you can't waste a dirty mind.
That's
Let's
right. That's right.
Mhm.
So and Joe is actually the culprit on this one
go.
also. That's how we met him, is down at a van show in Indiana. It was called Indiana.
Uh-huh.
And I accidentally joined a cult.
Oh, did you? Tell me all about it.
Are you still in?
Are you still there?
Apparently, I mean, it's an ongoing thing. So I come back from the restroom, and it's very sweet. It is very sweet. They were doing a Proud to Be an American, and they had their POW flags and their American flags, and they were doing a circle, and I'm like, oh, we're in a circle.
You just
Okay.
saw
Okay,
community.
I'm like,
And,
yeah.
yeah.
And I'm like, yes. And I bring bets,
Uh-huh.
and everything. And then they started anointing us with the flags.
And then you were like, uh-oh.
So I'm like, I think I'm in a cult now. So that's my cult story.
That's fun.
Gosh, I don't know. I've seen some crazy shit.
Oh, I'm sure you have. Because the pinup world's like any other world.
Yeah.
There's good, bad, and ugly.
Yeah, I've
Mhm.
seen from crazy attire to
Mhm.
crazy
Have there been like wardrobe malfunctions?
oh, I'm sure.
You know.
Well, there has been, even
somebody's
during some of the shows that I have been to.
Well,
There's been
there's definitely been wind gusts.
yeah,
Some
there's been
married
tripping and
women.
falling. There's been wind
Yep.
gusts. There's
Yep.
been everything.
Yes.
Right. I mean,
Yes.
like
Mhm.
anything else, there's got to be
Yep.
a stage you can fall off or something to trip
I like the
on.
whole. She's now a member of a cult.
Yeah. I mean, that's.
To unknown what cult, but she's a member of a cult. No, I'm
I don't
kidding.
the Indiana cult.
Huh?
The Indiana cult.
Oh, the Indiana cult.
I've seen crazy talents. I mean, these girls. I mean, the stuff that they think of is just amazing. It's more like that than it is anything bad. I guess.
No, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
because I'm afraid that all of a sudden she comes out with a puppet or something to that effect.
I have seen people. I've seen people make drinks. I've seen people play the glasses.
Oh, really?
I
That's actually unique.
I
like
myself
that.
have rode a tricycle. Or not a
See, we're getting there.
a unicycle. A unicycle.
A unicycle.
Yes, a
Were you
unicycle.
able to stay on it?
I balanced with
You
a walker.
did. Oh, with the walker.
It was a whole
See,
thing.
that's where
I
my
love
mind
that.
goes to. If they say like, "What's your talent?" I'm imagining like baton
Oh,
spinning
there-
and like that kind of stuff.
There was oh my gosh,
Yo-yoing.
one of the gals in Iowa. She did a blindfolded cupcake decorating. That was hilarious. And then there was another. Oh, there's girls that have done the
Pull the tablecloth.
The
out
tablecloth.
Oh, where they
the
whip it out.
I know what you're
trick.
getting at.
Yes.
And it works?
Yes. Well, kind of. But even if that, but that's the thing is, even if it doesn't,
No.
they pick right up and
And they keep
that's
going.
okay.
We're very used to that
Yeah.
kind of
You know?
dynamic here.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
if
Yeah.
something falls, we're just like, I meant to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah. One year I had my talent was I was gonna hula hoop and juggle two Beanie Babies.
At the same time.
Yeah, and so the night before the show, I had sat them up, and they kind of migrated on their own. So then they became the haunted Beanie Babies. Fanny is jumping
The only good
haunted
Beanie Babies there are.
Beanie Babies.
So,
Man, yeah.
what about men?
The men do shows also.
Tell me about 'em.
Yeah, so
If I'm gonna do it, you're gonna
Oh
start
no,
doing it.
I would be more than happy to step on stage. I have no issue doing
I
that.
love seeing the men do it because they.
I'll be Peter Pansy.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I can't wait to see it. But the men, they have just as much fun
Uh-huh.
at picking out their outfit, figuring how they're accessorizing, if they're
Mhm.
gonna have a suitcase or a guitar case, or one of our men was a milkman.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
see,
that's
that's
cute.
perfect.
I
Adorable.
love that.
Twin Pines
Bill,
My
Milkman.
I
grandpa
you.
worked at Morgan's for like
Mhm.
40 years, so I'm all about
yeah, we've got. I mean, so and they get out there too, and they're sassy. They're sassy too, and they do all
striking
their
their
little moves.
poses.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah. So
Are you a car person?
I am.
What is your favorite car?
Oh man, oh that's hard. I have so many.
Steve wants a Cuda, 1971 Cuda,
Oh,
so bad.
okay,
A
okay.
71.
My mom had a Roadrunner. She
Oh,
had a
nice.
Roadrunner.
Uh-huh.
That's a big charger to you
Yeah.
for me.
What, gosh, I am a sucker for a Grand National.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
man,
Oh,
I
those
am.
are jaw droppers. Every time they
Oh,
drive by, you
man.
can't not be
Well,
like, look at the Grand
there's a
National.
couple that are here in Michigan that are just.
Yeah,
Ooh.
there's some.
So if I had to
Late
pick a
ones.
car, and I'm not a huge car person, now I'm going to get all this.
Oh, a Merc,
Negative.
a Merc. Oh,
Oh, really?
I'm a Merc. Oh,
Nice.
yes. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Do you
So I
have
think of
one?
it. No.
No.
I got one this big.
So I want the first year Shelby. So when I
Oh.
win the $100 million,
Yeah.
because that's about what they cost,
Yeah.
I'll get one. And you know what? No, what's funny is we were Woodward Cruise, which does not have a pinup, which still shocks me, but Woodward Cruise, and they had two Shelbys. They had the original Shelby, and then they had another Shelby. And I was like, oh, I'm not opposed to buying a newer Shelby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was an electric, and I looked, and I walked up to it, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, it looks just like the original. It was more than the original. It was $390,000. And it wasn't an original Shelby. It was one of the
Holy
older
crap.
Shelbys sitting
Wow.
there. And I think it was $300,000.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, well then I'll just buy that one if
Right.
I
Oh,
did. But
man.
it was $390,000. And I
Wow.
was like, shouldn't it be cheaper? It's an electric brand new one.
Shouldn't it
But
be
apparently
cheaper?
not. So
Oh, man.
owning a Shelby
That's a-
will
that's
come
a
when
good
I
one.
win my first Academy Award,
That's
which they'll both happen simultaneously,
Right,
I'm
we're
sure.
getting there.
That's a good one. Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
But do you go to the Woodward Cruise?
No, I haven't been in some time.
In some time?
Mhm.
You know, I enjoy it. We go down to because sometimes I'm a speaker from MAD,
Mhm.
Mothers Against Drunk
Yes, yes.
Driving, and I
That's
go
why you're
down
our
and I
celebrity.
open it. What?
That's why you're our celebrity.
Oh,
You're our
and
celebrity
so
for that. I love
I go down there and I open it sometimes, and I'll do the ribbon cutting,
Mhm.
and as for MAD and stuff, and that's fun down by the Ferndale. But the rest of it, I'm just not too keen on because they
Yeah.
still let regular cars go.
See, and the thing with Back to the Bricks is that yes, we've got our Saginaw Street downtown,
Yeah.
and that is all blocked off like the day of.
Mhm.
But for those few days, Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Mhm.
Thursday, Friday, there is a rolling cruise for miles.
Is it all vintage or all cars that you
They're
would
souped up
see?
cars. They're
But there's
vintage
not like
cars,
everyday mom and pop going to the store.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
I mean, they get caught in there.
Yeah.
They do get caught. They get caught in there because they're trying to go to the store.
Oh yeah. Well, Woodward Cruise is 2 lanes. The 2 lanes for the cruise, 2 lanes for public.
See.
Yeah.
I know.
It would be a nightmare for them, I think, to try
Well, the
and
whole
shut
thing's a
down
nightmare.
traffic completely. It's just so
Well, the whole
like
thing's a
Mount Clemens
nightmare.
does it too, but they
Uh-huh.
have like the same kind of setup, like the little
Yeah.
main
To
street
me,
downtown. So
and I'm going to get bad mail for this, but to
circumvent
me, an international Woodward Cruise that is as famous as it
you
is
would think they
could
really,
constitute shutting
yeah,
the road
shut the
down
whole
for
thing
an
down.
afternoon.
I think so.
But and the amount of people that show up.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you know what we go for? We go for it so people watch.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that's a lot more entertaining, trust me.
And that's what we used to do. Like I actually haven't been downtown for Back to the Bricks in years either because I find like, we all find spots and sit on Saginaw. And by like, there's a restaurant on Chihulitas, and we drink margaritas outside and have tacos. There's a DJ over here.
Mhm.
All the local businesses have something sitting out. So the kids can get water or ice creams or stuff like that. And then we just sit in our chairs and watch all the cruise.
Well, that's awesome. So we have
Yeah.
Back to the Bricks coming up.
Mhm.
That's the 16th. So come and see it.
Yeah.
You have bikes
on the bricks.
Bikes on the Brick
Mhm.
coming up, and then the Dead Pedal.
Dead pedal.
And then
Yep.
of course there is Hot Wheels coming August
Mhm.
23rd, I believe. I will put the actual date up. We are running out of time, so give me one of your last thoughts about the pinup world.
Let's see.
What do you want people to go away from the show thinking about, you or the pinup world?
You can do it.
There you go.
You're
You can
stronger
do
than
it.
you think.
I love that.
Yes. If you
You?
ever want to,
Ever
want to
want-
get into it,
Uh-huh.
shoot me a message.
And this is Fanny Bruiser.
Such
Any
good
last words?
motivational Speakers. We could make a T-shirt off of all these ladies. Like
I know. I
their
love that.
girl power quotes are just like, yeah.
I love
you know,
that.
Man, they just know their shit.
Isn't that great?
Go for it.
So, thank you so much.
thank
I know it
you.
was a 2-hour drive and you
No,
came down, and
No, my
I had a
pleasure.
great time.
Yeah, thank you.
I think it was fun.
Yeah,
and you're
thank
going to
you.
see me at Back to the Bricks. You're going to see Fanny Bruiser at Back to the Bricks. And then at all of the other ones, maybe you'll see me, you never know. But you will see Fanny Bruiser.
That's right.
we have a special guest coming up on the 19th. If you haven't seen her movies, her shorts, then you need to get on YouTube and go under Vampa Vision, and you need to see her shorts,
right?
because one of them was filmed in our store. So we are going to have Vampa here, and I cannot say her last name. She's going to slap me if I say it wrong. So Vampa is going to be here, and we're going to be talking about all the ghoulie stuff, because she has a show that talks to people and talks about all the ghoulie spooky things. So if you're a fan of Elvira, or of what's the one here? Who was here? The one at night who did the movies?
No, not Vampire.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness.
Sir Grace
the guy.
Gasly or whatever. If you're fans of those people, then
Svengoolie?
you will love
Yes.
her.
Svengoolie.
Svengoolie. If you're fans of them, you will love Vampa. So she will be here on the 19th. I'm super
Tis
excited.
the season, because as far as I'm concerned, after July 4th, we are in spooky season.
I know.
mode.
We started putting it out as it is.
Halloween's coming out. We're starting to work on haunted
Right?
houses and creepy stuff. It's coming.
Yes.
So remember, if you haven't watched the Pinup show, go back and watch it, because it's extremely popular. And there are great things coming. The rest of the Detroit Icon shows will be released in the next couple of months, but they will be released on paid channels that you will be able to watch at home.
Just about every streaming service you can think of.
And
Yeah.
congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I'm
Thank
so
you.
excited. Yep.
Congratulations.
I
We're-
have an IMDb page now. I never thought I would say
So
that
do
in my
you.
life. I'm like, you need my bio for what?
So I'm excited to announce that we are going to be placed on streaming services, so you will be able to watch us in the comfort of your own home. We're still
On the big
working
screen
instead
on the
of-
big screen, yep. But you can still watch us on the regular screens as well. Also on PBS, coming soon.
Yes.
Anyways, Fanny, thank you so
thank
much.
you.
Thank
And
you.
of course, always, it's a pleasure. And Nikki and Roberto behind the cameras, thank you.
Yay, Roberto.
And